welcome and thanks for joining me. I'm Donna from Sunshine LeClaire. Today I'm going to have a whole bunch of works in progress. I'm not going to be naming the videos by the month anymore because I don't know if that's something that is good long term. So I'm just going to title it whatever it is, and I'm going to try every month to be on here and kind of regroup after every month so that I can also go back and see what I'm working on, see what I haven't done. I actually found a WIP that I was mucking out my entire craft room, art room, and we had to fix a wall that there had been water, long story. But anyway, so I had to take everything out of my art room, which, oh my God, I donated and I pared down a lot. I was just in the mindset to pare down, so it actually worked in my favor. Anyways, I found, I'll show it to you, it's a WIP that it's almost finished. It was just a design I kind of was just putting together. And anyways, I was excited to find it and wondered why didn't I finish it? I was so close to finishing it. But anyway, so I don't have a lot of finished objects, but I do have, it's because I've been working on a lot of designs, but I do have a lot of works in progress, and I'm actually doing a couple other people's designs, which I don't normally do, but I'm really excited to be doing it. Another ranunculus, can you believe it? But I'm going to show you that, and that's pretty much it. And then we'll have maybe a tiny little chat at the end, and that'll be all. So welcome. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time today, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing is my finished object, which is a new design. And I don't know if, I wasn't sure if I should show it right now because it's probably not going to be released till next week, a week and a half maybe. But I want to show it now so I can move on to the next thing. Anyways, so this is called the Darling Delta. Actually, I'll show you a picture right here of me wearing it. And it's so comfy, and it's crochet. It's actually crochet. And it's so cool, like for warm weather, it's amazing because it's made out of, okay, let me just get my notes here. It is, I have crochet pullover. The yarn is Paint Box Cotton DK. Color number 427 slate green is what I used. It took 5 balls, and I made the size medium. Normally I would make a large, take a large in regular, like normal tops when you go buy clothing for the chest, medium bottoms, but this is, I made a medium for me, so, and it's perfect. So if you have like a 38 to 40, say, bust, a medium's good for you. It has a tiny bit of ease. I have to look at the papers, but it's about 2 inch of ease, an inch on each side. Anyways, I love it. So here it is. Well, you saw it in the picture, but this is it right here. I don't know, the color yeah, it's pretty close to the color, with the color shows up, but it's just so pretty on, and it's so comfortable, and just a very quick crochet. And when I did wear mine, I got so many comments, and one woman even asked me to make one for her, and I just told her, I said, you know, I said, I just don't normally do that because it takes so long. And she goes, well, how long does it take you to make that? Like a couple months? I thought, no. But anyways, and there's something else. Oh, I forgot to bring it here. I don't know if I'm going to show it this time or next time, but it's another thing that I've worn out. And it's so, you know what, I'm going to probably do a tutorial on that one just because it's so easy. It's just, but it's knit, and people stop me everywhere and ask me where I got it. And you know what? I'm going to put it on. Just give me one sec. Okay, so I have it on, and you know, technically it is another finished object, but it wasn't for the video because there's no pattern or anything for it. I just needed something quick for downstairs that's soft and cozy, and I didn't know what to do with this yarn. This is that that polyester, that poofy blankety yarn, but it's called Parfait, I think. I guess I have to go and get a ball. Just a second. Ah, good gosh, it's crazy hot in here now. I had to put the AC on. I think it's about 27 outside Celsius. I'm not sure what that is Fahrenheit, but it's probably in the 80s somewhere. Anyway, so this is the yarn. It's Loops and Thread Sweet Snuggles Light. So it is a, let me see here. Okay, it is a super bulky 6, and pretty sure it's all polyester. 174 yards. Where does it say? Oh, I'm missing it. Anyways, you guys can look it up. I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, 100% polyester. So there you go. But you know, the only thing anybody ever talks about for this is blankets, and it's probably great for blankets, but I just adored this color. I bought a couple of them, and I didn't even know what I was going to do with them, but I had to have it for the color. And then one day when I was downstairs, it's always, I got to take it off. Well, here, wait, I want to show you something first. Sorry if I'm all over the place. I'm just, when I'm really warm, I can't think too good. So anyways, it's knit. This is, but it's a super, super easy knit. And I made it really big for myself. I have more to make a smaller one. But this would be definitely a large to extra large. So it is a V neck, and it goes to, my waist is here. So it's just past my hips, I would say. But anyways, I don't know, maybe I'll write a pattern. If you guys are, oh no, I was just gonna do a video of it, but I do wanna make some changes. There is a few changes I would make if I made a second one. But anyways, it is so cozy. It's just, and it's easy knitting. There's nothing, the only thing is there's decreases. You know, I'm sure if you've knit a scarf, if you've knit pretty much anything, you can knit this. It's super, super easy. The only thing is the neckline, and everything else is really basic. So maybe leave a note in the comments if you want me to just do it online as I do my second one. I could maybe film it or something. But anyways, boy, oh boy, did I ever go down a rabbit trail there. That was a work in progress. I talked to you about the Darling Delta. And the Delta, of course, is because of all the little triangles. Okay, well, I showed you that WIP. So I guess the next WIP I'm going to show you is I gotta get my note. Okay, it is called the Log Cabin Spectrum Blanket by Purl Soho. And it's, of course, it's knit. I've been doing a lot of knitting lately. Holy moly. Oh God. It's warm in here, people. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, it's a blanket, and this is going to be awesome. Oh, just a sec, I dropped the ball. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me just lift this up. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry, I just had to get organized there for a second. So this is the coolest blanket, and the reason I decided to make this, I'm just gonna hold it up a little bit. You can look up the pattern on Purl Soho, and it's a free pattern. So I'm just gonna hold it up here. I gotta go back a little bit, but let's see. Can you see? Anyways, oh, I love it. I just absolutely love it. You can see. It's awesome. And the reason I wanted to make this was I wanted to de-stash my Cascade Anthem yarn, which is, if you're looking that, I've said it in my other videos, Cascade Anthem, it's a worsted weight. It does come in DK, but it is such a nice, it's acrylic. And like I said before, I don't use a ton of acrylic, but for an acrylic, and it's not a box commercial store big name yarn. You usually get it at independent yarn stores, but I'm sure you can order it online too. But I get it. It's how I support my local yarn shop. And anyways, I have a lot of this Cascade Anthem in number 4 left, and I wanted to use up the end, so I found this pattern, and I thought, plus I wanted something that I could just sit and watch TV and just knit. It's all knit. The whole thing is knit. There is no purling, just knit. So anyways, so I thought, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. And what happened was, of course, my analytic nature came into play. And once I started doing a few panels, and it tells you, you know, you work on one panel, then you turn it to the right, and then you pick up and do the next one. And you put them on, you know, you can put them on another needle or scrap yarn. I use my stitch noodles to put them on. But anyways, so as I was grabbing another scrap ball of my Cascade Anthem, I was like, oh, this color doesn't really go with this. So I'm like, oh, so there I went back to the store to buy new yarn to continue on with this. So it's kind of not doing what I intended to do with it, but I'm so happy though, because it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful throw blanket. And it's awesome just for watching TV. It's super easy. And if you're a beginning knitter, this would be awesome if you just go and watch a video and learn how to pick up stitches. Now this is a very simple garter stitch pattern. So like I say, a beginner, all you'd need to know is how to pick up stitches. And when you pick up stitches in garter stitch, it's super easy. It's right there in front of you. I'm sure there's a lot of tutorials on it, but it's easier than picking up anything else, in my opinion. So yeah, so I'm really happy. Purl Soho, awesome free pattern. Appreciate it. And again, it's called, I'll put it on the bottom here, Log Cabin Spectrum Blanket by Purl Soho. Yeah, anyways, so that is one of my WIPs. And we'll move on to another WIP. Okay, so this WIP is, if you had watched any of my previous videos, just very recent, I had made these big granny squares, and I was gonna make a kimono type deal out of it. And anyway, that went just, and then it ended up, I took it apart, and then I was going to make a blanket out of it because it's all cotton, and it's all out of, let me get my note here, the Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. And anyway, that went bust too, because what I decided to join them with, I didn't really like, so I had to rip that all out, and you'd see that in the past videos. But anyways, so what I did now was I didn't have enough yarn now left to do a new join of them, so I used Impeccable from Michaels. And so I found this color. Ooh, that's really true to form. The color looks very true. And I started putting it together with that, just with the join as you go, the join as you go granny, and it's working out way better. And the cotton is very nice with that yarn. You can't even really tell there's an acrylic joining them, but if you can see here how it's coming, I still got some joining to do. So there's 9 squares all together, and here I don't quite have 6 together. But this, I love this cotton, is awesome for these. And this is the square, the pattern. I am going to write this up, and I'm going to call it La Casa Grande throw. And that's the square. You can get a good eye on it there. It's stretching all out, but it's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, it feels really good. It feels really good. You can see some of the squares there. Let's see here. Yeah, they look really good. They're not quite sure how big these squares are. I should measure them. So I just grabbed my grandson's tape measure. Like I don't have enough. I probably have 20, but of course is not around me. But I'm gonna just measure one of these squares. Just give me 1 second here. Be good information anyway. So it is, it's 18. So they're 18 by 18, and that doesn't count the join. So each square is 18 by 18. They're beautiful. You can almost have a top out of it. Anyways, so I'm very excited about this. This is coming along. I'll have quite a few finished objects next time. So I'll just put this back. Okay, so now I think we'll talk ranunculus. Yep, ranunculus. I'm making another one, but this one, I can't find the words. I am using this teeny tiny, here's a full ball of it. It's from Hobie, and it's called Twister, 55% cotton, 45% acrylic. And this is it here. Let's see. See that? Is it focused? I don't know if it's focused. Anyways, it is so thin. I'm just going to read how many there is. 437 meters. So I figured that's really close to almost getting a whole ranunculus. So I don't even know how much I'll touch this one, because I am making the short sleeve just like my other ones. This is my 3rd one. And I'm just gonna show you, oh my God, my fingers get so sore from knitting with this teeny tiny yarn. Usually Sport is the lowest, DK is my favorite. Don't usually use a lot of anything under a DK. Just wait, no, I can't find, let me see, okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. So, this is it so far. And I have my little noodles on my arms, and it's so thin, it's so flimsy flyaway. I mean, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be beautiful with a little tank underneath, because it definitely, I'll take these off, definitely it's gonna be see-through for sure, but it's gonna be light. In any warm day, you get away with wearing this. But oh my God, I don't know what it is about the ranunculus. Like, I love making it. But oh, so anyway, this is number 3, and I'll see, here's number 2, and this is number 1. Number 1, there is that's number 1 is in worsted. Number 2, the purple one, is in kind of like a Sport DK kind of a little bit, but it's got a floof on it. And this is fingering. This is like super thin. A lot of people use the fingering, and they use also like a fluffy yarn with it. Oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm at a loss for some words today, so just excuse me. But I'm sure you guys have seen many videos on them. So yeah, another ranunculus. Oh my God. And these just work up so fast, but I am having a really hard time. My fingers, my joints get so sore with this skinny yarn. I don't know, not sure why. It's just, also, I think a part of it is I have very loose tension. I do not have tight tension. And I think with that thin yarn like that, I'm just gonna show you. I wrap my yarn really odd around my fingers when I knit. Like, let me just see. So when I knit, let me see. When I knit, I wrap it around twice and I hold it like this and it comes through. And I'm a little hot right now, so it's not sliding, but that's how I normally, and you don't even feel, I don't even feel it there because I don't usually, my tension is so loose, but with this skinny yarn, like I don't even feel it. So I'm like, I'm always like squishing my fingers hard to feel it. So I think that's why my knuckles hurt. I tried to change it to just go around my little fingers so I would feel it, but then I don't want to play with it too much because then my tension will all be all yucky over the whole sweater. So yeah, so I try and do a little bit of a time, but a little bit at a time. But you know how when you're excited about something and you really want to get doing it and you just do it more even though your fingers are sore? I shouldn't do that, but I do. Plus I'm working on the blanket in the evening on the Purl Soho blanket, and then a couple of my just my own designs that I'm working on. So yeah, my fingers have been really sore lately, really sore. So I gave myself a break a couple days ago for a whole day, and it drove me crazy not to pick up a hook or a needle. And I think I worked on my temperature. I think I cheated that night and worked on my crochet on my temperature blanket. But it's hard. Like I knit or crochet every single day at some point. So anyways, yes, another ranunculus. That will be number 3. And I bought a sweater's quantity of yarn, and it's more of a winter fall. I'll just grab it here. Really nice. I don't know if you've ever worked with this before, Barocco vintage DK, but let's see, this is showing lighter on the screen. It's actually like much darker than that. I don't know why it's showing like that, but it's more like this. It looks more like this. It looks lighter when you go close up, but it's DK, and I got 2 of them, which is enough to make, I won't be making a long sleeve because I get very hot, but I'll be making a shorter sleeve. I was thinking, you know, a winter tee or something, and I have to tell myself, you're not making a ranunculus with this. I don't have a winter one. The first one I made is kind of a winter one because because it is made out of worsted, but that was my very first one, and there is some mistakes in it. And that yarn, like, I only use that yarn because it's not a color I really wear, and I just thought I'd practice with it. So I probably won't get a lot of wear out of that one, although it's comfy. But I would like a dark one like this, but anyway, I am not doing it. I'm gonna find out another project for that. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. So the next work in progress, I told you there was lots of works in progress. So the next work in progress is my fair weather temperature blanket, and I've got quite a bit of progress on it. In my little sheet, if you didn't see it last time, it's a fair weather blanket, so it's only from, it's only 6 months, only half the year, and ends at the end of September, October, November, December. So the end of September, it ends at the end of September. and it's really looking good. These two blankets are my first blankets I really ever do. So, I mean, in knitting, I've done crochet ones, but in knitting, look how pretty it's going. It's so pretty. Ah, it looks way brighter. It's not as bright as it looks on there. But this is my first time making a temperature blanket. I never thought I would make one. I like the cold weathered colors here. Feels like it's little crumply at the bottom, like it's almost longer. I don't know what's going on with that. But let's see. But it's going so nice. I'm loving it. It's being made out of, this is all in my last video, so I'm not going to go into it too much. Hobby Amigo. Is that? It's not showing, eh? It's Hobby Amigo yarn, and it's a thinner yarn. It's more like a sport, I would say, if you can see. Very nice yarn, very inexpensive, super inexpensive, but it doesn't feel plasticky at all. It feels very, very soft. So even with these projects, I've been learning a couple of yarns that I didn't even know were so nice. Like the Cascade Anthem, you'll really like it when you buy it, and then when you wash that stuff, that's what I made one of the Ranunculuses with. The first Ranunculus, it's a worsted 4. That was Cascade Anthem, and when you wash it, it's so soft. I can't even believe it. But anyway, so this is coming along really nicely. I think there's only not even 2 months left in this, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough of this. It's called Wisteria, and if ever, I probably will make another when I do, but I'll choose my colors better. This was just, these colors I just picked quick, just from the website, because I was like 2 weeks behind starting it and I was waiting for the yarn to come. So I didn't really put a lot of thought in the color, which I definitely will the next time, because this here, the Wisteria, it's not one of the favorites that I picked, but this is for the temperatures 22 to 24, and I've learned that in that time period of those 6 months, that is such a popular temperature range that I'm not going to have enough of this, and I went to order more and it sold out of that color, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. There's no more wisteria, and in here there's lots of it. It's like one of the most popular temperatures throughout the time, and I actually cheated. I actually cheated a couple of times, and if it's 22 to 24 degrees for wisteria, and a few times when it was like 22, I put it to 21, so I didn't have to use that one. I did that a couple times. I hate to say it, but I'll know better when I make another temperature blanket. I'm going to make sure I go in the shade range that I love, and that I do a little bit of research and see maybe what the most common temperature range is, so I make sure I have more of that color. So just a little hint for you guys, if you're making a temperature blanket, you might want to do that in case you go back like I did and have to order more and it's sold out. So so much for that. So I'll be looking forward to finishing that one. And all these ends at the end, like I said in my past videos, I'm going to be using that for fringe instead of sewing in all the ends. So if you didn't see that, you can just go back and I talk more about that. So I just wanted to give you a little peek at how that's coming. Okay, so next was actually a learning curve for me. I've always wanted to make, I don't do a lot of stuffy toys and amigurumi, but the odd time I like to you know, find, if I see a nice pattern, I'll try it out. So, but I've always wanted a knit plushie. I've never made one. So I found this, Love Owls. I'll just hold it up. Hopefully it shows good on the camera. Aren't they adorable? Anyways, so pattern by Susan B. Anderson, Love Owls. I'll just show you the bottom here. So I think like there's 2 sizes, and I was trying. I'm gonna make the bigger one. So what I did was, of course, good old faithful Cascade Anthem yarns. I should be promoting their yarn, right? But it's not. It's no promotion, nothing. I just really like it for not a handmade yarn. It's amazing. So the problem was, okay, I stopped this a while ago because I wanted to show it on the video before I took it out. It was probably a month ago, since I probably did it right after the last video. But okay, so don't laugh. Okay, so here it is. I don't know how it's going to show up on camera. It might be worse. Yeah, it's not even the right color. But anyways, so you can see where, hang on here. You can see where the heart shape of the head, the face there. You can see the outline there. But, and then you can see where the wings are going to go, or the little wings, yeah. So, but you can see right through this. So I was using, I can't need my glasses. Like I told you, I don't really use tiny needles because I don't normally use tiny yarns. So this is, let me see, 5 millimeters. So it's 5 millimeter, it's not that tiny. Like I use 5 millimeter, but this needs to be way, like it's got to be a 3.25 or something. Anyway, so I did all this, and as I'm going, I'm like, I'm gonna put some stuffing. Sorry, I keep looking over this way. I don't know why. The camera's over there. Let me try and move a little bit. So, yeah, so I did a certain amount, and then I was looking at it, and I think this is kind of see-through. So I did put some stuffing in it, and sure enough, and you know what, it might not show up as much, and this is actually a gray. I don't know, it's showing up a lot lighter. It's maybe if I put it against something else, maybe if I put it against this. Does that show? It's more of a sand beige kind of color. I don't even have the color name on me, sorry. But anyways, the point is I need a lot smaller of needle. So I figured the pattern called for, I don't have the rest of the video, I just have this part. But I think it was like a 3.75 or something like that. So I thought, this is a 5. I could probably get away with, or no, maybe it said a 3.25. And I thought I could get away with a 3.75. So anyway, I ordered them, and guess what? I can't find them. I put this away. I thought I put it in with it, and I didn't. And then, like I said in the beginning of the video, I had to clear out my whole art room studio. Oh, I got a fluffy on here. My whole art room studio space, so it's not very organized. Let's put it that way. So anyways, after I find them, and now that I've shown it to you, I'm gonna tear all this back. Well, this could have been a rip it out, right? But, and I'm gonna try again. So it's probably gonna turn out smaller. Maybe that might have been the reason why I put the 5s, is because I wanted a little bit bigger. But anyways, it's a 4 yarn, and darn. Yeah, anyways, you will eventually see this Love Owl done, and he should look like this. So this always happens with my attempts on doing stuffies. I always somehow manage to try and change something, try and do something different. Can't stick to the pattern. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I had mentioned earlier that while I was mucking out my yarn studio room, I found a work in progress that was almost finished, and I'm gonna open it up here with you and have a look at it. It was just stored in this, I don't know, maybe I thought I wasn't gonna be finishing it. This has to be a couple of years old, I'm sure. And look at this electric blue. Holy, I know exactly why I picked this color, because I love blue. So it's crocheted. It's very, very light. And I have two sides. So I have, I guess, the front or back side. I think all I got to do is sew this together. And let's see, what do I have here? Oh, I guess this is the front with the V-neck. And the sleeve, like it's all done. It just, the two pieces just has to be put together. Like, and it feels amazing. I have to do that. I can't let that go back in the bag and not do it. So I seem to have lots of this yarn left. And it's, oh my gosh. Ah, this lady doesn't do her yarn anymore. And I loved her bulky, it was milk cotton. And this is her Be So Baby. Hang on a second here. It was Kristen Omdahl that she sold. She used to sell yarn. Be So Baby. Well, you know, this says DK, but this is pretty skinny. But I guess it poofs up quite a bit. But I would say it's closer to a 2 almost. But it's milk fiber, milk cotton. One of the, well, there's no point in me reading this because you can't buy this anymore. But it is a cotton. It's a very, you would never think it's cotton. It's milk cotton. I've never been able to get it since. And it's called Mochanos Blue. Mochanos Blue. Let's see if you can see that. But I have this. Oh, how many yards is in this? How much yards? How much yards? 142 yards per ball. So I have this one. I have this one. I have this balled up. And I have 2 like this left in here. So gosh, it's beautiful yarns, beautiful, beautiful. So okay, let's, oh, it's so like a spongy, silky soft. Okay, so I'm gonna try really hard to, hopefully, I gained weight since I worked on this, but it seems like it's forgiving in size, has some stretch to it. But let me take these off. But I'm gonna try and put my mind to it and attach these together before the next video. And I'm trying to see how these arms, I think they just, oh, and it's like a little bit of a bell that I made. Oh, maybe not. I think it's just the stretch in the yarn. But anyway, so I might have to add a little bit on. I don't know. We'll see. But that was in there for a couple years, and I didn't even know. It was all tucked away, out of sight, out of mind, right? So, and just in one of these things, like, so obviously I didn't think it was very important. So, okay, so is there anything else? I think that's it for the WIPs, and I'm just gonna move on to like what I want to do next, a little bit of future stuff, and let me just go grab it. Okay, so lastly, I just want to talk about what I'm planning on doing next, And La Petite Saint Crochet, on her podcast, she was reviewing some knit and crochet books, and she reviewed this one book, and when I seen it, I thought, oh my God, I have to make that. So it's gonna be probably a longish project, but it has to do with mosaic knitting. And oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So right after I watched her video, I ordered this book immediately. So it's called Mosaic Knitting Workshop. So how the book goes, it takes you through practicing different things of mosaic knitting. And it's this blanket on the front that I want to make. It's stunning. It's stunning. It makes me think of the desert, Arizona, warm weather. It's just the colors. You're not seeing the colors as nice as they are, but it's so beautiful. Oh my God. And I thought, okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to learn and practice mosaic knitting until I can make that blanket. So my first little, where'd it go? I just had it. Hang on a second. Where did it go? Did I sit on it? No. Oh, just 1 second. Of course, it was hidden in plain sight right beside me. So they show you in here, let me just see, right here. They show you your first little project. Start off really little. So the whole book is a workshop that you go through. And so I did mine, and my very first knit mosaic is here. But I messed up because I didn't do the rest of this side and this side. But I get it. I get how it is done. It's not hard. It looks like it would be, but it isn't hard. So I'm pretty confident that I will be making that blanket. So what I did was, I marked 2 pages and 2 that for sure what I want to make. And I wrote down the yarn that I need to get. And hang on a second here, okay, so this here is the, what's it called? Color Play Triangle Shawl. Is that all it says? Yeah, so this is skill level 3 out of 5 stars. So that's it there. And it's using just commercially bought yarn. So this one says you need 2 balls of Lion Brand Mandala DK light worsted, and this one is made with Thunderbird, which I thought was beautiful. And again, you're not seeing it it's not 100% close to what it is, but it's pretty close. But anyways, so I thought, oh, they have those at Walmart, Mandala. So I went there looking for Thunderbird, and of course there's no Thunderbird. But, oh, here's just another picture that might show a little better of the corner of that shawl. Isn't that beautiful? That's gorgeous. So you're never holding 2 yarns together, and they blend together. But so I couldn't find Thunderbird, so I found Gnome, and I think it will be really pretty. I made sure that the centers were not the same, so that when you're doing it, you're doing opposite colors going through. So, but I'm sure, like the Thunderbird, I looked at the Thunderbird online, and it had very distinct changes of colors. The colors were very contrasting to each other. So the only other one that I could find that had like a high contrast of colors was this one. So this is the one I'm going to use. Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be showing that. Sorry. But isn't that beautiful? Oh, look at that. And it's not hard. Like one row, one row at a time. You're never using two colors at the same time in a row. So figure that out, but it's not hard. And the other one is, I gotta move my buttons because my husband's gonna be walking in the door anytime and it'll be noisy. So I'm just trying to find, oh, it's the same picture that's on the cover. So, oh, I just absolutely love it. Now, to me, that looks like it will be difficult. Not, but it shouldn't be. Like, if it goes how the Mosaic says, like one color at a time, but it's also, it's using wool ease. It's right there. So it's using wool ease and Lion Brand ombre. So I believe that's a 4. Yeah, they're both worsted. So, and then I looked up on yarnsub.com and wrote down a few substitutions if I couldn't get those yarns. So again, write down yarnsub.com. It's a great place to go if you're trying to replace a yarn. So yeah, I'll flip through this a little bit. There's can you see? Oh yeah. There's little wall hanging thing there, little wall plaque. Placemats, the shawl. Wow, I love it. Anyways, I won't bore you with this, but and these are what are these? Coffee sleeves. So I mean, it gives you the workshop. It's really cool how it's laid out. So you start at the beginning, you read, the information is very clear, easy to read. And look at this, a mat for like a doormat. Isn't that pretty? Depending on what colors you like and use. But yeah, so I'll get back to you on that because I'm slowly making my way through this. I have so many things on the go, it's not even funny. And my fingers are sore. They're really, really sore. And my uncle, who is a musician, I had mentioned to him that I'm thinking of selling my guitar because I only started to learn guitar about 20 years ago for a short amount of time. I could only play a few songs, but and I remember nothing of it. I remember how to tune it, and that's about it. But even the chords, I don't remember really. I know, I can remember kind of the shape, you know, but not which ones. Anyways, and I had mentioned to him I'm going to sell my guitar, and it's an acoustic with a pickup that you can plug it in. And it's kind of like the sound of like a little bit Spanish guitar. So anyway, I was just mentioning to him that I was thinking about selling it. I'm probably never gonna use it. And he just about died and said, no, he's gonna show me, he wants to show me. And I said, okay, come one time and I'll decide from that. So, and I told him, I said, my fingers are so sore from all the design stuff I've been doing and that skinny yarn and just doing it even if it hurts, which is not good. But yeah, so I'm going to do it one time. That's tomorrow morning. And we'll see how that goes. And my fingers, they're already sore. But he said it's going to be a different kind of sore. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I know this kind of went on and on, this video. And hopefully I didn't forget anything. I don't think I did. But so again, this here, the Delta, God, like, can't even remember one thing from the next. Excuse me. The Darling Delta, that's what it is. So yeah, this pattern should be out. I'll do another video when it comes out, and then I'll put the link below that. But when it is out, it'll be on Ravelry and Etsy. So yeah, this now that I showed it to you, I can wear it more often. I was trying not to wear it too much to get it too stretched out or anything, but it's awesome, awesome, awesome. Perfect length sleeve, and around the edge of the sleeve is so comfy. It's just an easy bind off. Do you call it bind off in crochet? I can't remember. Anyways, I'm doing lots more knitting now than I ever did. So, but I still love crochet, so anyways, this here, I will, now that I showed it to you, I will work on just a follow with me tutorial to do this, if you're interested. So let me know below. It'll probably just be either 2 short videos or 1 video, because I want to get on making the other one. This one's actually a little bit too big for me. I'm not going to make it quite as big. But, and then this, I should have everything back probably in like a week and a half. And I'll come back on and let you know when it's released, when it's up. And it shows on my Instagram too when it goes up. So, yeah, so watch out for that. And okay, well, I guess that's it. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking around if you're still here. And I just really, really appreciate your time. And have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.